Emotions and feelings are linked, obviously, but one way of thinking about emotions are they're a sort of combination of thought and feeling. And you could argue here in this context that feelings are a prior, they come before emotions. It's not exactly true, but feelings are physical sensations, if you like, and we have those physical sensations, and then what we do through life is we become emotionally intelligent, and we put words and we define those physical sensations and have complicated words for it, and thoughts come as part of that. In this sort of context, you may feel something is wrong before you can put a name to it, before you can be emotionally intelligent about it. I have a thought about it for a number of reasons. One is we may avoid a thought because it's distressing. You don't really want to think about or acknowledge or be honest that there's something wrong in the relationship. But often our physical, biological responses have already started, and so we may feel less comfortable physically, less comfortable that the body doesn't, we don't feel as close to the person physically, and we want to pull away because we don't feel as safe with them. Not because they've done anything to make us feel unsafe, but because that spark has gone, that comfortableness has gone. And that's often true for a lot of people, I think, is that we feel that first, the withdrawal, physical withdrawal first. And then the thinking, the emotion, the labeling of that experience comes a bit later on, because who wants to admit something's failing? Makes sense, right? And also I think there is a thing about sometimes we can feel physically distanced from somebody, but it doesn't mean the relationship is failing. It just means a phase we're going through. And so often we may not label it as such because it has happened many times anyway. And it would be a natural part of relationships. Sometimes we are physically closer and sometimes we're physically less close. And that's a normal ebb and flow in a relationship anyway. But that feeling of withdrawal, then the time lag happens, and then thoughts start to come in that I'm not going to get over this withdrawal this time. And that could be an emotionally painful thought to have. And so you may not want to have it.